Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how to open up and disconnect a NuTone model 2540 master station. This 2540 was sent in by Robin. It was installed in her house when it was built in 1971. This system, when Robin sent it in, everything that was wrong with it fell into the category of it was old and tired. A lot of worn out and failed components just due to age. You don't need much in the way of tools to take out a 2540. Mostly you just need a Phillips screwdriver. As a caution, these models, unlike later NuTone master stations, once you take the mounting screws out of the faceplate, there's one here on the left and one here on the right. The master station is not attached to the wall housing really in any meaningful way. There are no hinges or support straps or anything like that. When you take the screws out and you slide it forward, it's going to want to fall out of the wall basically. So you have to be kind of ready for that. What you do is you simply take the screws out, and these use small Phillips screws. They're very short. If you lose them, they're easy to find replacements at the hardware store. So once you take the screws out, all you have to do is pull the master station forward a little bit, and you can see it's almost ready to come out. This mock-up is not 100% complete because the little terminal strip for the antenna connection is missing. It was broken off when this showed up at the shop. But it's not really that difficult. We're going to pretend like we actually have one. In this area is the tuner, and this black coax cable, and sometimes it will be gray, is your antenna connection. And like most NuTone antenna connections, I'm going to remove these clip leads. That's my temporary antenna. You have two small round barrel connections or barrel sockets, and they would slide onto pins that are up in the top of the wall housing. So basically all you have to do is locate your antenna cable and you carefully slide them down off the pins and it's disconnected. The other thing that's nice about this model is the way you actually disconnect the master station. On the left hand side here, this is the terminal board, and the terminal board stays mounted into the wall housing, and here are our room control switches. This is actually part of the terminal board assembly. So all of these switches in this metal box and the terminal strip behind it with the wiring from the remote speakers, this is all going to stay in the wall housing. And what we're going to do is we're going to unplug the master station right here from the side of the switch box. And what you can see here, and I'll do a close-up, is you have a two-piece connector, you have a blue half and a white half, and this simply unplugs. So I'll do it once and I'll put it back together and show you a close-up. What you have to do is, if you look on it, there's a white, part of the white half of the plug is this long slender piece right here, and there's a matching piece on the other side, and all you have to do is squeeze that with your fingers and wiggle it, and it unplugs. It's that simple. Once you've done that, the master station is now disconnected and it's ready to be sent in to me. It's really that simple. When you go to put this back in, this is a really clever design because the shape of the plug is not symmetrical. Each side is slightly different, and when you go to put it back in, it only fits in one way. That's the right way. If we turn it around so the slots line up with the white fingers and you try to put it in, it won't go because it's the wrong shape. So it's a pretty clever design. Now I'll do a close-up for you. So here's a close-up of one half of the plug assembly. This is the white half, and here are here's one of the little ears that moves back and forth that you push to release it. There's another one on the back side over here that you can't really see on camera. This half of the plug assembly stays with the metal switch box assembly. This doesn't come out. The only way to take this out would be to remove the entire switchboard and terminal board assembly, which you don't really need to do. So let's take a look at the blue half. And here's the other half. This is the blue half of the plug assembly. And you can see inside of it there are a variety of little pins, and these line up with the holes in the white half, so when you plug it together they make the proper connections. Here on the side is the slot where the white strip from the white half slides into to lock it in place. This is a very easy assembly. It can be a little frustrating for a first timer to get it to unplug. You have to squeeze the white tabs and then pull the blue half out. I haven't done one of these in probably a year, and once you go to do it, you never really forget how. So first timer, it might seem a little tough, but you just keep squeezing and wiggling and it will unplug. Let me show you again how to do that. Here I've got the master station kind of propped up, and I plugged the blue half of the plug assembly back into the white half. This would have been so much easier if NuTone had just made these wires a little bit longer, but they never seem to make them as long as we would like. So again, to remove this, what you're going to do is you're pushing in this white tab right here, which I hope you can see it move, and the corresponding one on the other side. So it's just really a matter of getting in there with your fingers, and you squeeze it and wiggle it a little bit. And of course it's hard to do when you're standing off to the side, but you just squeeze and wiggle and pull and it will unplug, and now that's really all there is to it. So in closing, I've substituted the customer Robbins 2540 with a 2540 out of the backroom stock. This is a standard one that has not been painted, and you can see it's slightly earlier than hers because it has the cloth on the grill instead of the molded plastic horizontal stripes, and this one still has its original faux light or medium walnut wood tone around the outside of the grill. So this is what an actual 2540 most commonly looks like, although Robbins doesn't look too bad painted in the bronze color. It's not a bad update. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up on YouTube. If you think this video would be helpful to other people, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The subscribe button is down there on the YouTube page. Subscribing to our channel raises our search results on YouTube, which simply means more people will find our videos and we'll be able to help them also. That's today's video. See you on the next one.